On today's Northwest Cooks is all Italian inspired. Lydia is here from Bugatti's and she's going to show us how to take Dungeness crab and make it into a wonderful pasta dish. Some vegetables of the season, we're going to saute them up, caramelize some onions and present them with pasta, and finally steak inspired by pizza. Oh, I've got my apron on. It must be time to sizzle. Welcome to this week's episode of Northwest Cooks. I'm Nick Miles and welcome to our Bradley Design and Education Center kitchen where you can find all your Wolf and Sub-Zero products. Today our friends at Cisco bring us another delightful chef. It's Lydia from Bugatti's, and you guys have 4 different locations, right?
4, yes. The original Restaurante has been open 17 years now. It's a dinner house, opens every day at 5 o'clock. The other 3 locations are a bit more casual, family style. Beaverton, Tannisbourne, and Oregon City.
Now, very Italian. Very Italian
from scratch,
influence,
very
right.
rustic. Yeah.
So we're going to make 3 dishes today. What are we going to make?
Crab capellini, the granchio from the Restaurante, with Roma tomatoes, basils, caramelized shallots, and Northwest Dungeness crab, my favorite.
Yeah, excellent.
Pasta primavera, caramelized spring vegetables in a white wine sauce tossed with spaghetti, and then bistecca pizzaiola, which is, it's going to be ribeye steak, scallopine, very, very thin cut, in the style of a pizza maker. So a spicy tomato sauce, oregano, capers, and olives.
All right, so what ingredients do we have for our first dish?
Fresh basil, caramelized shallots, and chopped Roma tomato.
Okay.
Going to, and then olive oil and white wine.
Okay, the olive
very
oil and white wine
simple, just a few ingredients.
And your crab and your pasta.
Crab and then angel hair pasta.
Okay, so start me up. What are we going to do first?
Shallots. Okay, so we're actually just going to slice it nice and thin.
So we chop up some basil to go with it.
It's going to be a nice coarse chiffonade. And this is really all the prep right there. Oh, actually, no, tomatoes, excuse me.
Tomatoes as well. All right, so we have our basil, our onions, and our tomato.
Crab's ready to go. The angel hair at this point, I would start cooking, and it will be done at the same time as the sauce.
Okay, so we would have blanched the angel hair off, which is something you did earlier.
Now, olive oil is, this sauce is primarily olive oil with an emulsion of white wine.
Okay.
Shallots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. You kind of give it a swirl, and then like that. Give it a swirl. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Did it. There you go.
And then just, we'll get it spread back out. Okay, so we're starting to pick up some color. Now, as it browns, you want to move it faster because it'll burn faster.
Okay.
Whoop, there we go. This is what we're looking for. You see how it's starting to get little bits of black?
Okay. So we're going to deglaze it with a little white wine. And watch it sizzle. Beautiful.
I love this. Okay. This is where you want to hold it for, say, 20, 30 minutes. You could take it at this point, set it off to the side, and come back to it. Just bring it back up to temp. Add your tomatoes, basil. In fact, I'm just going to...
Before we get going any further here, we put some tomato in there. This is the perfect opportunity to take a look at this.
Good afternoon, Mark Bridge at Cisco Portland with your cooking tip today. I'm here with Wendy, who's a corporate chef for Izzy's Restaurants, and she's going to show us how to do some wok grilling today.
There are a couple of kinds of woks you can get. This is more of a traditional wok shape, and then there's also these that are a little bit more like skillets. I have here some green peppers, red peppers, onions, yellow squash. We're going to just season those with a little bit of salt. I'm going to use some Italian herbs. These you can just use the dried herbs, or you can use also fresh herbs. I'm going to put plenty of garlic in. That always adds a lot of flavor. and then about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Just enough to kind of coat the vegetables. This, of course, is a good, healthy kind of oil.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of oil in there, so that's a nice, healthy little dish. Very nice. And you can use any kind of seasonal veg, I would imagine?
Absolutely.
Great.
All right, got those mixed up. And then we're just going to put some of these vegetables in the grill wok. Now, a little bit of the oil may go down into the grill. We have a hood for that indoors. Of course, this works fabulous outdoors on your either your gas grill or your charcoal grill.
Oh yeah, you can hear them sizzle when they hit it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is just a moderate grill, about 350 degrees. Again, this takes about 7 or 8 minutes. And you're just gonna, you know, every little bit you're just gonna go in and with some tongs or a spatula and just kind of stir those vegetables. This is what they look like when they're finished. That makes a great side dish to steak, grilled salmon, shrimp. We just love these in the restaurant, and the grill woks have been just a very integral part of our grill system. This is Wendy Oakes, Izzy's Franchise Systems, Izzy's Restaurants.
Mark Brinchett, Cisco, Portland. Thanks a lot for coming down.
Thanks.
Okay, so we have our tomato in here and reducing it a little bit.
What I'm going to be adding is the crab meat. Now, crab meat's already cooked when you buy it in the store, or if you're lucky, you can cook it yourself.
Okay.
But it just needs to heat up. You don't want to cook it. You don't really need to cook it. You just need to warm it up.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to heat this up. It takes 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Oh, that looks so good already.
Okay, add the basil. I love the smell of this.
I'm going to wilt that down.
And I'm going to add just a bit more salt because it should taste kind of like the ocean.
Oh, okay.
So if it was a thicker pasta, you'd want less salt because it's such a thin pasta and it's coating it so thin. You need a little bit more salt. Okay, let's get this all
mixed in.
Everything's coated. See, just about a teaspoon that dribbles. That's perfect right there.
Nice.
It's going to be nice and moist and flavorful.
All right, we have 2 more dishes to make. What are we going to make?
Next, we're going to make the pasta primavera.
And then the last one's going to be?
The bistecca pizzaiola.
All right, when Northwest Cooks returns, more fabulous Bugatti's fare.